everyone, in this video we are going to learn about complex permanent tissue. Okay, in my previous video I have started the topic plant tissues, so we are going to continue the series. Fine. So complex permanent tissue has two part. Okay, it has two types. Okay, first we are going to learn about xylem or wood. Okay, and then phloem or bust. Fine. Together they are known as vascular tissues. Okay, together they are known as vascular tissues. Fine. Together they form the vascular bundle of plant. Fine. They're very important for conduction. Okay. So xylem conduct water and minerals. Fine. And phloem carries food. Fine. So if xylem carries water or minerals, then obviously we know that plants get their water and minerals from where? From roots. So from root, the water is carried throughout the plant. It's mean the xylem's movement is always upward. Right now? Why? Because obviously plant will take the water from root only, and root is downwards, we all know. So the xylem's movement is always upward. Fine. And what is phloem's main function? So the food that is prepared in green tissues, it's mean wherever the chloroplast is present, it's mean wherever photosynthesis is occurring, the food will be prepared, and the food is what? Food is glucose. So that food will be carried out throughout the plant, from leaf to other, the food is prepared in leaf, the photosynthesis, and it will be distributed throughout the plant body. It's mean phloem movement is always downwards. Fine. This is a very important difference, that xylem always work in upward direction and phloem always work in downward direction. Fine. So we are going to study these two tissues in details, because these are very important, and often very important questions come from them. Okay. So first we are going to start with xylem. Fine. First we are going to start with xylem. Okay. So xylem is a complex tissue and it has 4 parts. Okay, xylem has 4 parts. Fine. First is tracheids. Okay, first is tracheids. Second, trachea or vessels. Fine. Trachea or vessels. This is the most important part of xylem. It only do the main function, so-called main function. Then we have xylem parenchyma. Okay. And last is xylem fiber. We are going to study about it. Okay. So most of the components of xylem are dead. Okay. So most of the components of xylems are dead. So we can see there are 4 components. Out of these 4, 3 are dead. It's mean tracheid, dead. Fine. Trachea or vessel, dead. Xylem fiber, dead. Only the xylem parenchyma part, that is living. Okay, that is living. Fine. So we are going to learn about tracheid first. Okay, we are going to learn about trachea first. So tracheae are what? They are elongated. I'm going to show diagram. Don't worry. Thick walled, dead, as I have said earlier, and they remain parallel to the long axis. They have to remain parallel to the long axis. No? Otherwise, how they will conduct the water, right? No, how they will transport. Now, tracheids, they are what? Unlike the vessel, their ending part is closed. Okay, their ending part is closed and tapering. That is why they cannot uh, conduct the water at as vessel does. They have to transfer the water through what? Through pits. Okay. Now, what are their function? Their function, okay, first they help in water conduction. Okay, and since they are dead, obviously they will do what? They will provide mechanical support. Provide mechanical support. Fine. This much only you need to learn about tracheae. We will not learn a lot. Fine. Next, we are going to talk about the main element, I'll say here, that is vessels. Right? They are again thick walled, lignified, and non-living member. It is dead, as I have said. Now they arrange themselves. The vessels are what? Vessels are very long tube-like structures formed by a row of cells. Fine. And these row of cells are placed like end to end. Fine. And the walls between these cells are almost or completely dissolved. It means the walls between the cells are completely dissolved. So what will happen as a result? They are arranging themselves in a vertical row and they act like a column, a tube like structure, just like a water pipe. Fine. So they form a column, okay, and acts like a water pipe. Fine. Acts like a water pipe. I'm going to show you a diagram regarding this. Okay, here. Now, in this diagram, we are going to very easily, we can see. Now, this is the vessel, right? This is the vessel or the trachea, right? And this brown portion is what? The brown portion is tracheid. Fine. Now, as you can see that the vessel elements are what? They are wider than the tracheid. Fine. Trachea or vessels are wider. The lumen is wider than the tracheid and they have many pits. Just like the tracheids, vessels also have many pits. Right. And the walls between the cells are already already what? Dissolved, right? So it is very easy for them to conduct the water. Fine. And if you see the trachete part here, if you see the trachete part, first of all, they have pitted walls, right? They are ending, unlike the vessel, their ending is closed. Okay, if you can draw the diagram, their ending is like this. Fine, tapering ending, tapering. Okay, so since the ending part, tip part is closed, they cannot transfer the water like the vessels do. So what they need to do, they need to transfer the water via these pits. Okay, via these pits. Okay, so this was tracheids and trachea. Next we are going to talk about xylem parenchyma. Okay, xylem parenchyma. Now xylem parenchyma is the only living component of xylem. Okay, now xylem parenchyma function, if it is living, so what it will do, it will also helps in water and mineral transport, right? And it will also store food